Yeah, I think it was a pretty easy game to analyse in terms of performance. I thought we deserved to win the game. Um, didn't take our chances in the game, and that was a mixture of their keeper making, some brilliant saves and our finishing. Um, and then we're disappointed with more so the second goal. The first goal is something, Burnley are very good at set pieces, and we didn't quite react to the second ball. But I always thought we were dangerous in the game and looked a threat and played much better than what we'd been in maybe our last couple of games. So we had that fluency back again, especially parts of the first half and the second. Biggest disappointment was the second goal. It goes back to the basics of the game. Their midfield player runs off our midfield and then gets into the box and scores. And his desire to score was greater than ours to stop it. So that's a huge disappointment for us. So you have to have those things right in a game, especially in the Premier League, away from home, if you're going to get anything. So yeah, a disappointment because, like I said, I thought we were dangerous throughout the game and created opportunities and were slick at times, good combinations, but somehow lost.
This is the second straight game that you've taken the lead and then losing. Is that a concern at all in terms of the mentality of the team?
Well, no, I don't think there's any question about the mentality of the team. I think it's very, very strong. It's going to happen. You'll take the lead and you can get pegged back, go on and win it, or vice versa. So I don't think the question, the character of the team is in question. I think the mentality is very strong. Of course, maybe the confidence isn't quite at where it's been for most of the season, naturally. But the only way you put that right is going away and working, twice as hard. And that's what we'll look to do and get back to Wednesday now.
High balls, you mentioned something Burnley very good at. Was it something that you worked on in training to try and sort of counteract that?
Yeah, I think that the centre halves cope with it very, very well. I thought we dealt in the main, in particular first half, were very, very good. Second half, after the first 10-15 minutes, we stopped taking the ball. That gave them a little bit of impetus, and then crosses into the box, and that led to the corner where they scored from. But in the main, I thought we dealt with that side of it very, very well. It was the other side, the tracking of our runner into the box. That was my biggest disappointment, because that's a basic of the game. Your man runs off you got to go with him. It's as simple as that, and then that's then about your desire internally to stop a goal. So that's something that needs to return to the team, and if we're going to continue working well.
So much into the first half of the season and getting those results that inevitably some of that maybe physical and maybe some of those mental things that you're talking about there, inevitably there would have to be a dip at some point.
I think there is naturally. I think probably like most teams, you go through a little stage where the results maybe aren't quite as consistent. The players' consistency virtually up until a few weeks ago had been very, very good. And of course when you have a lot of young players, experience and been up there, for the first time, and like I say, the physicality needed to stay there. It's new for a lot of the players, but that's something that we're here to help them with and take them through, and something, like I said, they'll be able to recover from. I don't lose the fact of where we are and where we sit in the league, and like I say, we've had a few little blips, but we'll get our confidence back and get back to the level that we know we can play.
And in that sense, it's only a case of you're victims of your own success because you had such a good run, because you're still 11 points clear of fourth place in the Champions League position. If somebody said that to you at the start of the season, you would say your nuts are probably going to be in such a healthy position.
Yeah, and that's why I'm quite realistic in relation to it, because what these players have done in the league up until now has been sensational, really. And of course, a few weeks ago we're talking about challenging Liverpool for the league, and this is a team and a club that's grown and grown all the time. So no, it's obviously I never get too disappointed when we lose, and never too carried away when we win. Today it's disappointment, of course, because it's so easy to see why we lost. However, we have to now go away, analyse, get ready again, get the confidence back up and get a very important game now on Wednesday at home.
And just on the penalty, we saw your reaction on the touchline. You thought it was almost in when he strikes it, and then it's a great save by sort of Pope.
Yeah. Well, from penalty and in general play, he made some amazing saves. You know, he's a big unit who blocks the goal, and he certainly won the points for Burnley today. So, but it was nice. We at least created the opportunities again. I think in the last game against Southampton, we were a little bit passive, but today we were proactive in the game. We were aggressive in the game, and like I said, I thought we looked like the team that was dangerous and could win it. But we didn't. Give credit to Burnley. They get their win. And we go away and now have to put it behind us and move on.
There was no Sherry or Chilwell in the 18th today. Just
Yeah.
are they carrying knocks or?
No, they missed a very important session for us in the week, which was the build-up leading into this game. So we couldn't bring them into the game today. So, but both will be in contention for Wednesday. Ben has played a lot of games anyway, so we looked at that, and this was probably the game that he could miss out on.
So when you say the list, was that just due to they had some time off or they were injured? Or?
Yeah, they were just unavailable for the training. So like I said, we were doing a lot of preparation for this game. They were unable to be there, so we now move on.
Dennis played again today. Is it a job for Yuri to actually win his place back, rather than just automatically?
Yeah, there's not any that's automatic. You know, you have to earn the right to play. I felt that over the last couple of months, Yuri, probably in terms of his energy and productivity in the games, wasn't quite at the level. So we wanted to take him out for some games just to recover that, because we now have an important period. But we have someone who's also an international player to come in. So and I thought Dennis has done well in the couple of games that he's played, been aggressive and passed the ball well. But of course we have Yuri as an option as well.
How close is Wilfred Ndidi to being available to you?
Yeah, well, he's back out on the pitches now, so that's great news for us. You know, the importance of him is huge for this team. But he's recovering very, very well. Worked with the medics and been out on the field the last few days. So we'll see how he is for Wednesday. I think it'd be too quick for him to be back for Wednesday's game, but certainly by the weekend and I would say for Aston Villa, hopefully he'll be available.
Jamie's obviously a very experienced striker, has taken lots of penalties, but do you ever feel that the delay that is required for the VAR check to happen works against the striker, because you've got so much time to wait and think about it?
It certainly doesn't help. It doesn't help, but of course it's the rules now. So you have to accept that you have to wait for it. It looked a clear penalty at the time, but of course they have to check it. So the keeper's made a good save, an important part of the game. Still other chances to go on and win the game. So it was just one of them days for him. It didn't quite, had a couple of great chances. He had the penalty. But there's no blame attached, because he's been absolutely brilliant for us. We wouldn't be in the position that we're in without him, that's for sure. So just one of them days. The keeper saved everything that was there, and we just have to accept that and be better.
Does it help the fact, or does it hinder him and help the goalkeeper, the fact that the England teammates must have taken loads of penalties against them?
I think that's always the scenario, isn't it? Especially if you play international football with goalkeepers and they're familiar with how you work. But now he's normally clinical in that situation, and if we have another penalty again, he'll be the one that'll step up and take it.